Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips for the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Seanville today. They're going to go out there, see what things came out there, see what things are on sale. If you guys didn't hear the big news in my video last Tuesday, I announced that the film that I directed, Desert Fiends, is now available to pre-order on iTunes. And I'll have a link below where you guys can go to pre-order the film. The new trailer as well, is up as well underneath of that on iTunes. So you can see the kind of the new cut of the trailer for Gravitas and everything as well. And basically the way that it works too with iTunes is the better the pre-orders do now during this period, the better the placement it will get when it, releases December 10th on iTunes. And it will also help the placement on the other platforms as well. Because when it comes out on the 10th, it's going to then also be going on to Amazon and then like the cable on demand rentals and things like that as well. But today though, new release wise, there's not a lot of stuff coming out. Last Tuesday, there was a lot of things. Today, it's like Gladiators coming out on 4K and a handful of like catalog titles. And I don't really expect to see too much out in the stores. We shall see. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go. Now, in here, too, I went to, over the weekend, to a kind of a random Target. I'm going to go back to it today, too, and see. But they had one of the new Simpsons figures, the little small ones. They're only like $5 ones, and I found the Krusty the Clown one. But there's like Itchy and Scratchy. There's a Sideshow Bob one. So those are ones I'm trying to find. I don't know if that location may have put them out a little bit early. So I'm going to go to a couple Targets today. This one, the one where I initially found them as well, and we'll see if they have, any more put out and stuff, because they had a whole bunch of Krusty Clowns and that was it. So I don't know if they just opened the box and just put out a bunch of Krusties or what happened. So we're gonna head there and see as well. But let's see here in the front, anything new here. I think this book here is new, Games Untold. And then other than that, I don't think anything else was changed there. But yeah, mainly when I come to Target, I'm now looking for new toys or anything new like that. And Walmart really is the main DVD Blu-ray place, and then Barnes & Noble now too. Do they have any of those Wicked dolls that go to the website? Yeah, I think they pulled all those off the shelf because they go to the wicked.com. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything too different back in this one. I haven't noticed this location changing too much in this area. They should have changed out the actual toy section more often. Like, I think these Godzilla ones I don't remember seeing, and maybe this Planet of the Apes one might be a newer one. Everything is all put on top of each other. Look, it's like, why was that like leaned on this? Everything gets leaned up in very strange ways back here, though. Yeah, but in here, though, I don't see any of the little Simpsons. They'd be hanging, like, right there. Only see this older one that I already had, but the little mini ones, don't see any of those ones in here. I feel like the location I found them in might have put them out early or something like that. And those Wicked dolls, like I was mentioning, they had, like, a misprint. It was supposed to be wickedmovie.com, and they accidentally linked to wicked.com, which is an adult's, adult website. So I don't know how that mistake happened. Like, that was a very, very big error. Into the first Walmart we go. They've definitely got more of the Christmas things out here. And I saw last time they got some of these little ornament ones. This little Bigfoot one. And this one I actually got last Christmas, this Brino one. It was actually a harder one to find, these like Hug Me ones. But yeah, you guys can see they really have got this section. Oh yeah, this is the one too. They only have a few of this. It's kind of funny. They have the Snoop Dogg one. They had this last year. I think the last couple of years. These, Snoop on a Stoop. And it's like, I think it's pretty much the same. I think the glasses might be different this year. But then they have the more rare one, which is Martha on a Mantle. And it's the Martha Stewart one that they have as well, which is kind of funny. But there's all these different like Snoop Dogg things over here, like little ornament things, like in a car, wrapping paper things, all that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, like I said, very, very stocked up in here. All these kind of like holiday, stocking stuffer kind of candy things and all that kind of stuff as well. And these things, look, they never really sell these burping things, and they like dumped them all in here. See, so you walk by them, they're like burping all over the place. Very, very funny, those burping things. The one Walmart location, I've seen like the whole setup of them for like probably a month, and only like there's only one spot missing, like only one sold in the whole month period of time. Even more Snoop Dogg things. Snoop Dogg pajama, yeah, like Yeah, pajama pants and stuff. It's like, man, yeah, there's so many Snoop Dogg things here this time around. What's funny too with Martha Stewart, every time I think of Martha Stewart for like products, I always remember like back in the day, you know, of course they're all gone now, but you know, she always had her products at Kmart, and that was like the first place that I remember, you know, really having like someone like having a celebrity kind of being a big brand for the place. Because you had all those towels and stuff. What's funny is last Tuesday they didn't have these movies put out, and now they're out. Like The Crow, It Ends With Us, Trap, like they weren't out up until a while ago, but there's a lot of missing spots, but they have filled in the gaps. See, like these were not here last Tuesday, like The Orphan Black, The Strange Darling, Apartment 7A, the 4:30 movie, South Park, Not Suitable for Children, You Gotta Believe. That one I don't think I actually saw at the other Walmart, so maybe they put that one out today, is a newer one, because I didn't, like I said, I don't think I remember seeing that at the other Walmarts that did put out the movies last week. But like I said, not really too much today. Steelbook wise too, I think I saw there was this really cool like retro Nightmare on Elm Street steelbook, but I think it was a Walmart one, but I've never come across it in person. I don't know if it was like really a super limited one or not, but it's weird. This is a very random spot of like these things. That one, like the minute you wake up dead, down to $3.75. That's very, very random in there. And Den of Thieves for $3.75 as well. Like very strange. And then this collection of Jason Statham movies, all those ones for $3.75. So very random. Pretty Woman. I don't know what these ones were, like I guess like Overflow or something. Into Five Below we go. I want to see if they have, they're supposed to be these little Terrifier ornaments, and there were those things that sell out very fast, so we'll see if they have any of them in here. I know they have like a main little ornament thing hanging up, so we'll see what they have. There's usually loud music in here though. But yeah, you guys can see there's like a Chucky with his arm broken off here, but it looks like the Terrifier ones are all gone. Like I knew those were the ones that would go very, very fast. But yeah, doesn't look like any of them in here though. I'll look around just in case, but I doubt it though. But you very rarely can ever like film anything in here. They're usually like blasting their music. It's probably about to start any moment now, but we'll go through here and see though. Into the second Target we go. We'll see if this one has anything different Simpsons wise, and I'll be able to go to one more Five Below, and we'll see if that one, you know, randomly has any of those ornaments though. We shall see. Here's the, you know, $1, $3, and $5 spot in here. I don't think there's anything too majorly different. These are, I don't think I saw these before. These like football little cups and stuff like that. And these are like inflatable turkey things and pecan pie slice that you can inflate. It's kind of funny. A lot of really very random things in here. This is weird, like a Chutes and Ladders thing that's like stickers. That's kind of funny. It's a hot potato or something. This one usually has a little bit of a bigger selection of the toys in here. Like they have a bunch of the black and white ones. The one I'm always looking for my dad is the black and white Svengoolie. I know that one's like really hard to get, apparently sold out. I don't even know if they ever had it in stores or anything like that. Maybe one only you could get online and stuff like that. This is one you don't see too much. The Super 7 Mutant Alien one, which is pretty cool. And then the Moonsters one, her and Moonster. We'll go over to the actual section to see if they have any of the Simpsons ones over there. But yeah, in here though, Simpsons wise, I only see this random older Homer one, but none of the newer ones here. But it's funny, they have one of the Wicked dolls in here, and it actually still has in the back here the Wicked.com link on. I guess they forgot to take this one from the shelf. It was like in the back of the store I saw in here. A lot of the other Targets seems like they take them off the thing. I wonder if it will even like, honestly, I wonder if it even rings up or it will like not work. Well, there's no getting that Wicked doll. I went to the register to check it out, and it said this is not allowed to be sold. So it's they're not selling them. So don't try and get those Wicked dolls, guys. They're not going to sell them to you. They're to be pulled from the shelves. Into the second Walmart we go. Yeah, it's funny, I just randomly saw these, like, they re-released the Garfield things, like the window cling, and they did it like the look of the new Garfield movie. That's very funny, like a re-release. I remember back in the day, you'd always see these Garfields, you know, in the windows and stuff like that. That's funny. There's some, like, clips. Oh, always people coming by with, like, big carts and stuff. Let's see. Some clips in here, too. You don't see clips too often in here. Everybody's got cars. Let's see. You guys have to make sure there's no Bigfoots or anything. He doesn't look like it. You know, Bigfoot clips in there. But everybody's got those, you know, everybody's doing the shopping for them and stuff. But any of these dolls, let's see, they're all gone. But see, I don't think like these ones link to the Wicked site. I think it was only the dolls themselves have that Wicked website. But it's so crazy when I went up to the thing, it said this is not available to be sold. But when I did the self-scanning thing, you know, when you check the price, it still showed up though. So very, very strange. But those Wicked dolls, good luck. There's no way, I don't think you're gonna, this is where the Wickeds were, and they put the old Barbie movie dolls there to fill the space up. Really funny. That's like a crazy thing. You have to really wonder, how in the world did they make that mistake and put that link on there? It's like, did they not look? Was it somebody like doing it on purpose? Like, you know, yeah, it's very, very strange. I don't think they have any of the new Simpsons in here. I'm pretty sure they've only ever carried the one like Bartman figure, but that was the only one I ever saw Simpsons-wise. It doesn't look like anything else new in here today, as far as I can tell, though. You always have to check these sort of middle areas, though, because that's where they put a lot of the brand new stuff, a lot of random Hello Kitty things there. And some of these Wicked, you know, these are the Squishmallow ones, but these don't link to the Wicked website either, though. Yeah, the only thing newer that I see in here is they have the Krampus, the Naughty Cut steelbook from from Shout Factory, Scream Factory one. That's the only newer one that I see in here. Other than that, though, nothing new or different steelbook-wise or anything else like randomly mixed in. This is one of the ones where they have this stuff locked in the case as well. And then over here in the horror section, I don't think there's really anything else different. They have like the shape mask in here, but nothing really different in here. I've pretty much seen and shown you guys most of these ones already, though. Into the final Target we go, and I actually went to another Five Below. There was one over here, and they're blasting the music, and they had a bunch of ornaments, but not one of the horror ones. Not actually, like no Chuckies, none whatsoever, though, in there. Oh, going out the end. But we'll head on in and see, though, if this location has anything different Simpsons-wise, though. We shall see. But yeah, in here, though, guys, they actually had a couple ones. They had the Krusty one that I already found, but then they had this Bart making the weird kind of winking eye. But if you guys see, these are the other ones that I'm trying to find. The Itchy Scratchy and the Sideshow Bob. Those are the other ones. I already have the Krusty one. That's funny. This Target Dog Bullseye one in here, like a D23 exclusive, and it's in here. That's very, very strange. But in here, though, at least I found one of them. Like I said, I still am trying to find, though, the Sideshow Bob and the Itchy and Scratchy ones, though. But it's just weird. It's like, you know, last time they had this one and no other ones, and now they randomly have more Krusties and then this Bart one. And look, guys, they have another Wicked doll in here, which I know won't ring up and has the website on the back, wicked.com. But I know what'll happen. It'll be the exact same thing. We can't sell this. I'm sorry. I know, but here's another one that you can't buy. Look, guys, just like that, you can see they're cleaning up the Spirit of Halloween. You know, this was all the Spirit, and now it's like all the shelving and all the stuff. They're like, you know, packing it all up and everything now. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. In the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, let me know anything new that you guys have seen in theaters or anything you guys have watched on streaming, you know, lately. This past weekend, I did see the movie Christmas Eve. I think it was Christmas Eve at Millers Point, or Christmas Eve at Miller's Place, which has Michael Cera in the film. That was a really, really interesting movie. It was like basically kind of like the way the movie feels is almost like kind of like watching like a memory, because they even in the movie talk about how memories are all skewed and you remember things all wrong. And it was kind of like that, like remembering things in a weird way. It was basically what happens all on Christmas Eve, and it was kind of an undisclosed year that it took place. You don't know for sure when it was. The two cop characters, though, was you know, Michael Cera and the actor. I always forget his real name, but I always think of him as Neil Hamburger. He was always on Tom Green back in the day all the time when he had the live show from his house. I was always a fan of him. So both of their characters I loved in the movie. The other one that I saw was the movie with Hugh Grant, The Heretic, which was an interesting movie. It has Sophie Thatcher, and it's basically these two girls who are Mormons go to his house to kind of talk to him about, you know, Joseph Smith and the Mormonism and things like that. And he basically kind of tests them and puts them through this. It's really interesting movie. It's not like perfect all around, but performance-wise though, Hugh Grant did an incredible job. Like I think he might get some kind of a some accolade or something for the performance-wise, though. I would say it's probably one of his top performances, and it was a very different kind of this creepy aspect to it, too. Really, really good, like I said, performance-wise. Definitely worth watching. Not, like, perfect all around, though. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And now, before we get to the reviews, I have some really cool promo items here to show you guys to promote the release of Deadpool and Wolverine, which is going on Disney Plus on November 12th. And it has a thing on here talking about how it has a special filmmaker commentary by Sean Levy, the director, and Ryan Reynolds on the as a feature as well. And they sent this little card. Now, what they sent for the promotion is really cool. Now, it's these like things that would be in a urinal, and it has on here, it's done both ways for Deadpool and Wolverine's colors. And it has for Deadpool, it's like a little urinal thing, and it has on there, streaming November 12th on Disney Plus, and then they have the Wolverine one. So very, very, very cool promo items that they sent over to promote the streaming release for Deadpool and Wolverine on Disney Plus. Now, the first one I got here, this is from Lionsgate. Now, this one did really well in theaters. I know it stayed for a very long time in theaters, and this is the movie which stars Dennis Quaid. Mina Suvari is in the film, as well as John Voight, Kevin Dillon. It's a movie here called Reagan. And this is basically, I feel like, I don't know if they ever had done in the past, before this, film on Ronald Reagan, if they had done any other, films on Reagan. I don't know if they had. I don't feel like I remember seeing anything like that. But Dennis Quaid, though, did a great job playing Reagan. It's basically, though, a biopic on his life, and it's kind of about how his acting career, but also going into politics, and kind of when he started, going into politics and pursuing more in that direction and not as much on the acting. It's just a really interesting look at his life, and really well acted and directed film here. Like I said, this was one called Reagan. The next one's here. These ones are from, this is from Neon. And I saw this one in theaters as well. And this stars Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens. And I love this movie. It's a movie called Cuckoo. It's a very, very creepy film as well. Like that sequence in here with Hunter when she's riding the bike and like the woman is like behind her, like something about that, like me, like some of my personal weird fears, or like especially like the movie It Follows, the idea of like someone kind of following behind you and walking, and like like that's the worst thing too, is like if I'm on like a trail walking or something, and then somebody's like walking behind you in a strange, slow kind of way, and they don't pass you, and it's just peculiar, and that's what's very creepy about this movie. That sequence, especially in that movie, It Follows, was all that stuff, that creepy, especially the guy coming through the door. But Cuckoo, though, was basically Hunter Schafer's character moves, I believe it was to Germany, to work in the Alps, Swiss Alps area, or the German Alps, where it's like kind of the middle of nowhere at this really interesting kind of like hotel. The hotel kind of reminds me of the one, there's that one movie that took place all in a hotel a number of years back. It kind of was looking like that one a little bit. It was also making me think of that weird hotel that Nicolas Cage was working at in that movie, when he was like looking through the mirror and spying on everybody. It was kind of looked like that a little bit as well, but it had a really great like design to the look, and made the hotel look very like run down and like old. And it basically, though, her character starts working there, and weird sort of things start going on. There's these weird sort of lapses of time. Dan Stevens' character, he's very peculiar, and it's just a very strange, slow build-up of very odd things happening, where it's like, is her character starting to lose her mind? Is she imagining things? Or is there really legitimately something out here in this really weird area? But it's a really great, slow build, really creepy film. I really like this one. This has on here the making of Cuckoo, video diaries, on-set interviews on here, deleted scenes, a teaser and a trailer on this one here as well. The next one, this was from Bleecker Street, and this is a movie here called Slingshot. This stars Casey Affleck and Laurence Fishburne, and this is basically this is one I missed seeing in theaters, and it's basically, though, about a group of people who are going on this mission, and I think they were going, to Saturn's moon Titan, and basically they have to keep going into like hyper sleep, or sleep kind of mode, because it takes so long to get there. So they sleep for like, I think it was like a couple months at a time, like 3 months at a time, and there starts being very weird kind of reactions from this hyper sleep, and they sort of are starting to kind of see things, and they're kind of, hallucinating things. And it's just sort of this weird sort of thing where you don't really know what could be, almost like, are they in a hypersleep when you're imagining these things and they're sleeping? What exactly is going on? But it's a creepy, it kind of has a little bit, it's not creepy in that same way, but it has that sort of a feel, a little bit of like Event Horizon, somewhat of like that weird sort of kind of vibe to it, but not exactly the same level of creepiness though. But it's an interesting movie here. Like I said, this one here called Slingshot. The next one here, this was from I think My Way Pictures, I believe. And this is a movie that I've been wanting to see for a long time. I know Alex Leba, the YouTuber I've been friends with for a long time, went out and did a bunch of behind the scenes interviews with Shelley Duvall and Eddie Furlong, and I've seen a bunch of behind the scenes over the last like 2 years or so. And it's a movie here called The Forest Hills, which is Shelley Duvall's final film. And what's interesting enough, though, with this film, though, there's 3 different editions available. So this is the general version, but then on the website, I noticed they have 2 other ones. So they have one which is like Eddie Furlong-centric, and then they have one which is Shelley Duvall-centric, and it's kind of like the Eddie Furlong one has a bunch of behind the scenes relating to Eddie, and then the Shelley Duvall has a bunch of like interviews and behind the scenes relating to her. So technically, if you want all the features, you have to get all 3 of the different editions to have all the different features and stuff like that. I think the one most people probably will get with is Shelley Duvall for all the behind the scenes with her, I would think. But basically, though, the movie's, it's kind of hard to explain. I know originally the movie was shot to be kind of more of like a psychological and not as much of like a horror film as much, but then they added more to it, like more werewolf sequences and things like that. But it's basically about this one character who's Shelley Duvall's son, and he's kind of like, going through some kind of an episode, and he believes that there is a werewolf out in the middle of the woods. And it's kind of one of those things where is he thinking he's the werewolf? Is it actually somebody else that's out there? And it's kind of about him sort of talking to this group of friends about what's going on, and then people around him kind of dying. It's an interesting movie. Shelley Duvall, though, did a great job in here. I mean, her performance was really, really good. And originally she was only going to be in like a small cameo, and then they ended up going back and shooting like, I think, 4 different more days with her to have her spread throughout the film. It has on here, though, in this edition, it has Beyond Smodcast, Fixing the Forest Hills, looked at the change elements from drama to horror on here, featuring filmmaker Kevin Smith. It has on here behind-the-scenes look at Jordan's death on here, D. Wallace raw footage on here as well, Super 8 short film cartridges, as well as the Forest Hills trailer on this one. And the last one here, this is from Kino Lorber, and this is a fun movie which stars Justina Machado, and who is from 6 Feet Under, and Will Sasso and Bobby Lee. It's a movie here called The Throwback, and this was fun. This is, I think one of the first movies I can think of where Will Sasso was pretty much the lead in the film that I can think of. I mean, I know he's been on a lot of TV shows, but I don't feel like movie-wise in a long time. I always loved him too, and always wished that they got to do another Three Stooges, because I of course the original Three Stooges was incredible, but I liked that Three Stooges movie. I was okay with it, and I was okay with the casting. I was like, I'd watch more of this. To me, it was just so ridiculous. And Larry David dressed as the nun, and like, that's my kind of peculiar humor. But I always liked that one. So I've been a fan of Will Sasso, of all honesty, since he started on Mad TV. So I've followed his films literally since the beginning, honestly. And like I said, this is a very fun movie. It's basically, though, his wife kind of goes through, something happens, and all of a sudden she wakes up and she thinks that she's in her 20s again. And she's kind of trying to figure out what had happened. And she's like, because she's kind of been unhappy with her life, the way things are with her marriage and everything. And basically, it's kind of her trying to figure out, what's happened, and why is she believing that she's in her 20s again? And why is she not remembering her children? Why is she not remembering things? It's a really, really fun movie here. Like I said, it's called The Throwback. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.